And not just Canelo, because he's not the only one. It allows them to be able to excuse their fuck-ass behavior because people are back behind them defending all of the bullshit that they do. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so, while it's all jokes and it's fun and it's me and you and we get it, I understand. I don't think he's as bad of a person as some people say he is, but he damn sure isn't as good or as popular as some people are trying to make him.
Pound for pound king right there. Pound for pound king.
Positive for Peds king. He is definitely
pound for pound king right there. Best right in the world.
All of the people that have popped dirty, he is definitely number one.
No, Billy Ho.
No. He's way better than Billy Joe Saunders.
No.
He's way better.
He's pound for pound
if
king.
we're talking about who's been popped more often, that's Jarrell Miller.
The one that was...
who's been popped more often?
Supposed to fight AJ.
Because people forget Jarrell Miller popped dirty when he was fighting K1, too.
He didn't do MMA, too?
Yeah, K1, pride fighting.
Well, MMA, because they do wrestling in the sense, like, different.
Well,
different.
Well, the pride fights, they set up shit different. Either way, He's popped dirty in different fighting sports is what I'm saying. So, really, if we're talking about if it makes you the king by being positive more, being caught more times, then Jarrell Miller's the winner.
He's the pound for pound king right now.
Yeah. Positive for Peds king would be Jarrell big fat ass Miller.
Who was the fighter of the year?
Errol Spence. Derek James is the coach of the year. So we just go ahead.
I think Derek James is the easy one, but there could be an argument for the fighter of the year. That's a lot harder than the coach of the year.
You can make an argument.
To me, there's no argument for the coach of the year.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, the coach of the year, there's no argument in my opinion.
He has 5 belts in 2 divisions.
Because you could argue
fighters.
There's Spence who beat Danny, which is depending how you see it. A lot of people do shit on Danny. I don't really choose to shit on him. I think he's a very talented dude. You could argue Charlo. That Charlo right there, by winning that fight, maybe the fighter.
That's what I said. 5 belts. 2 divisions.
No, but you could put Charlo
for trainer.
Fighter. The name he fought wasn't big enough.
So I
want to give him at least his credit by saying it.
Jason Rosario can fight, and anybody that thinks that Jason Rosario can't fight, go watch the J-Rock fight. The motherfucker can fight. No, what I'm saying about Errol Spence, and my argument being, this is an award rewarding someone's accomplishments in a year. So in a year, this man came back from a fucking horrific car accident and then went and beat the piss out of one of the best fighters in his division. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying him for fighter of the year. Now, if somebody has another argument for somebody else, then cool. And they can make a decent case, then fine. Like you said, the smaller Charlo, because he's basically undisputed at 154, because we know Teixeira is not getting anywhere near him.
Because the only 3 I could argue is Earl, of course, Charlo, or Tank. You might not see. I see that as a very good win that he did, especially with the best knockout of the year.
Knockout of the year, I got Tank.
Yeah, that's right. But to me, having that, if someone told me right now Tank, I don't get mad at it.
That's because you like Leo Santa Cruz a lot more than I do. I have nothing for Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, and Scott Quigg, but slander.
Okay,
and we talk about this.
But right there off that win right there. To me, it did suck. That's because most of these top guys only got 1 fight in the year, so they couldn't get to 2. Unfortunately,
some of that shit wasn't in their control.
Yeah. So, but okay, for 2021, who has the potential to be the fighter of the year in the sense of what you can see for right now? Who do you think?
Don't fucking know, man.
I personally think it could be either Ryan or Spence, who have.
Here, I've seen what Spence says he wants to do. And
I think it could be either one of them two.
If he can accomplish that, then absolutely him. But I just don't see that happening. I think it's gonna be the shit with the corona and all that shit is still.
I think there's still gonna be there. In Texas. There are gonna be fights.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of shit going on. There's gonna be restrictions. A lot of fighting sports are going to Texas because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna be fighting with more people, and so it's less venues and more people trying to put on fights. So I think you're going to have a little bit harder time doing what he said he wants to do. I'm not saying he can't get a fight or maybe even 2 fights.
Oh, he'll get at least 1 fight.
He was talking about wanting to fight 3 fights this year.
Oh, I don't think he'll get 3. I think he could get at least 1, hopefully 2.
You can get a homecoming joint.
I think what his problem is, who is it that he'll beat that will give him the aspect that? Because do we think he's going to get Thurman this year? I don't know.
I
don't know if he's personally going to get him.
When you said fuck Keith Thurman on Brian Custer's podcast, it did my heart some good. That shit was funny. Did you see that shit?
No.
They asked Brian Custer asked him about Keith Thurman. He's like, "There's a lot of people I don't care for, but some motherfuckers I just really don't like." Man, fuck Keith Thurman. That was literally what he said. He's like, "Man, fuck Keith Thurman."
I think he actually will fight him.
I'm not saying he wouldn't. I think he wants to beat his ass.
Well, I think a lot of things that he says, I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to fight him.
I think he just wants to beat his ass. I don't think it's like if he can become undisputed and move up to 154 without fighting Keith Thurman, I don't think it will bother him. But if the opportunity presented himself for him to fight Keith Thurman for a lot of money, I think he would absolutely take pleasure in beating the shit out of him. I absolutely think he would.
I just think with him, it's who's he gonna fight though, in the sense that will give him that award.
Manny Pacquiao.
Because to me, if
now of course because he's a black fighter, when he beats Manny Pacquiao, then everybody's going to scream about how old Manny Pacquiao was and how he was past his prime and he shouldn't be picking all old men and he should be I'm just telling you. I know. I'm just telling you what's going to be said. I don't believe any of that bullshit. I'm just telling you that's what's going to be
I'm
said.
trying to think of any other names that could go out there.
Terrence Crawford.
But who's fuck unless Terrence Crawford fights him and then fights Pacquiao, that'll get him the award, but...
I'm saying who he could fight for that award.
Oh yeah. I think meant Crawford could get the award.
If he goes Pacquiao,
yeah, but in the sense Pacquiao, being more realistic,
if any one of those three beats the other two, then they can get Fighter of the Year.
Oh yeah, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Somewhere in there, I think he's gonna either fight a mandatory or some other whatever name. I think somewhere in there.
I believe that the IBF. Okay, so the IBF's mandatory wants no parts of him. They want no part.
Well, I believe he's going to at least get guaranteed one fight this year.
Or two. He wants no parts of him. The WBO mandatory just popped dirty for Peds, another Bob Arum fighter. Shocker. And that's Alexander Blues-Putin. Another Eastern European guy that got popped dirty for Peds. Who'd have thunk it? So he's out for a while, or maybe his suspension's ending, but he just got popped dirty. The WBO, I'm sure, would rather sanction, because the sanctioning fees.
Yeah, that bullshit thing right there.
You get more money for bigger fights.
Yeah.
So trust me, the sanctioning bodies will be all the way cool with telling Blues-Putin to shut the fuck up if he gets a fight with Pacquiao and or Errol Spence. That's the thing is this is one of those times where the sanctioning bodies aren't going to be the problem. The promoter is. And why I say promoter is, I mean one promoter, and that would be Mr. Bob Arum.
Because his options, because he fucking already weird. Because Charlo at 154, I think there's some names I could see him fight that he could.
Or let me postulate this to you: he goes and fights Manny Pacquiao, wins that fight, says fuck Terrence Crawford, moves up to 154 pounds.
Who do you want to see him fight there?
J-Rock.
Oh, I'm not gonna disagree. I'm just trying to see
J-Rock or Lara.
I don't really see the character.
I like Lara. I like Lara. I know the movie's not popular. Personally, I like Erislandy Lara. Or Jason Rosario. I don't think that'd be a good fight for Rosario. I think it's a bad matchup for Jason. But that'd be a good fight. Okay. Or if your boy really feeling brolic, jump to 160 and fight Jaime Munguia. But I don't see that fight happening. I don't see that fight happening for promotional reasons.
I'd rather see him fight J-Rock than that, really, truthfully.
I want to see somebody beat the shit out of Jaime Munguia, so that's what
I'd rather see him fight.
From a boxing standpoint, the J-Rock one makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. What would you think if he actually went up to
160 and beat Jarrett Hurd?
What happens if he goes up to 160 and chooses to fight Triple G?
Oh, I'd love to say.
Triple G will take that fight.
I don't know that he would.
I think he would, personally. Because he's going to look at it, I'm going to pick on this 147er. And that's a good... He could get a good payday off that fight. I think he would do it.
Maybe.
I don't know. I've never heard Spence saying it.
I've
only heard Spence say at 160 right now, because he'll say Canelo. But because we all know that's the big fight. Yeah, that's the big fight. But I've never heard him, or I've never heard nobody ask him. Let me say it that better. Ask him about fighting Triple G.
I don't see him turning it down.
Yeah.
If the money's good enough, I don't see him saying that.
It's to me, I see him fighting that, it's because he reached out to Crawford and seen it's not going to work. He reached out to Pacquiao and it's not going to work, and goes, okay, what's my options? I can see him doing Triple G.
I still think Pacquiao's going to retire. As much as I say,
I think Pacquiao got one more fight in him. He'll do like one more just to have one more.
Okay, let me take this back. I hope he retires.
Oh, we all hope. I actually would be interesting to see him if he fought, but Big Charlo has a good opportunity this year to throw out that idea of being fight of the year. I think Tank.
You got to get people in the ring willing to fight him.
Tank, I do think he has an opportunity to show that this year he could be fight of the year.
You heard me.
With Charlo?
I said Big Charlo's got to get people in the ring.
I know. Fucking Boo Boo needs to stop being scared.
Mm-hmm.
Boo Boo, Eubanks Jr. is gonna fight him.
He needs to stop hanging out with Eddie Reynoso. Go ahead.
If Charlo would want to go, that would be crazy. That would be fucking interesting if he would Reynoso. He would fucking awesome.
No. I said Boo Boo needs to stop hanging out with Reynoso. That's where them scary dudes at. Ryan Garcia, Canelo Alvarez.
Let me see. I'm not gonna pay too much attention to what the hell you're saying there. Reynoso being the best trainer.
I'm taking a bait. If Reynoso's fighters had more significant fights, I would have put him in. He's a good trainer. He's a damn good trainer. But come on, man.
Luke Callum is a good B- fighter.
Luke Campbell and Callum Smith. Fuck out of here.
There'd be a good B level.
Off of a year and a half breaking a loss.
I will say he's shown some improvement. Of course, we can.
How? He hadn't fought. Luke Campbell.
No, what I'm saying is he's Reynoso made Canelo better. Again, that's fucking like years and years and years and years. But Ryan, he's shown he's improved with him. I don't think he's done much with Oscar.
Not really.
With Oscar, and I don't like what he's done with Oscar.
I don't think he's really improved, Ryan.
I personally do think he has very little. We can't say Andy Ruiz because Andy Ruiz hasn't even done a fight with him.
Andy Ruiz, you got to keep that motherfucker blocked off from in and out. You got to call Jenny Craig and put a hit out on his fat ass.
That other heavyweight that was, I don't know if he's Puerto Rican or Cuban, the one that shows sparring. I've heard there's some high potential, but I watched his last fight, but half-assed watched it.
He's not gonna
That's pretty much the only fighters I know.
He's gonna fight Jason from here, Jason Soto.
Hey, more power to him. Get it.
Oh, hey man, if Jason could get that fight, I'd say do that shit.
Who do you think who could be the breakout guy who gets known out here this year? And
Boots.
He's barely someone known. I'm talking about someone before that the world doesn't really know yet that will get. Like this year we got a lot to know about Boots. A lot of people got to know him. Who is the one that's it's right on the cusp where Boots? I think he's getting known. Now if you want to say like big,
I can't think of anybody.
There's one guy
like not known at all. No, I can't think of anybody.
Or in the sense he's right like. We can always say Miguel because he's right there. But there's one dude you want to.
Contreras?
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
You never know.
Okay, let me.
Okay, we have to show some. We can't shit on the Bakersfield dudes. That two people who live in Bakersfield.
I'm about to tell you why. It has nothing to do with Miguel as a fighter. He has some managerial. He has some managerial and promotional complications that are going on with him. That's going to be his problem. Because you notice, he fought in July, around my birthday.
Yeah.
He's not been in the ring since.
I know.
He was supposed to be promised a fight in September, October, and November. And you don't think that might have had something to do with some of the arguments he's been happening behind the scenes managerially?
And partly because he fucked up on one of his hands. Dumb training.
I would be willing to bet you any amount of dinners, because I know you don't like to bet money.
No, I don't bet money.
I would like to bet you any amount of dinners, push-ups, or torturous workouts that I happen to know for a fact that it's a promotional issue.
Well, trust me, I know very much what that is too. But he's one of those fighters in the sense that's the name like that. I think there's two guys in the zone. You shit on the zone all you want. I don't give two shits. Josh Kelly is a really good 147er.
But no. But Josh Pretty Boy Kelly's been around for a while. I've been knowing.
But he hasn't fought nobody in the sense.
No, he hasn't. But I've been known. But you said it's not known. I've known.
But
about
the world doesn't know of him yet. The world has somewhat known of Boo Boo, Ennis, and I think Ennis is going to be fucking. This year is going to be another whole year where he's going to be awesomeness.
I feel like Kelly and Ennis have gotten the same amount of exposure.
I think Ennis is more. But okay,
because I feel like there's been a mean push for Pretty Boy Kelly in the year. Now, obviously in Europe, not here.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference. But I feel like there's actually been more push for Kelly, but Ennis is better known because he's in the United States.
I think that when Danny Jacobs
but
fought
only a
him,
little bit better.
like when the Danny Jacobs fought his last fight, I believe the Coleman event.